Tell me what week you're on.
Oh gosh, I'm not positive. I believe I must be on week 16.
Okay, all right. And what are your results?
My results are 50 pounds.
50 pounds, wow. That
50
is
pounds,
a major accomplishment.
and a 3-week vacation.
Very nice. And I see you've managed to get your free tan after, I think it's 30 pounds you get a tan,
yeah,
something like that?
Yeah.
Okay. What I want to ask you about today is, you're an ex-diabetic?
I am. Actually, I'm a type 2 diabetic in the closet.
What does that mean?
That means that I have actually gotten my blood sugars down to normal, and I will always be a diabetic. It's in my genes now, and so once you're a type 2 diabetic, you're always a type 2 diabetic. It's just that all my blood work and everything comes back as if I don't have it. But if I were to go back to my old habits and whatnot, then I would have it right back.
Okay, well, I know nothing about diabetics, but so educate me.
Okay.
That part of why you became a type 2 diabetic had something to do with your habits as well as your genes. Is that correct?
Yeah. My dad was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes 6 months before I was, and that was about 10 years ago. And so I was overweight and ate not a very healthy way. And so then 16 weeks ago, I started on a program, and within the first month was able to get off all my medications.
Wow.
And so a typical day for me before was to get up and I would test my blood.
Okay.
And I would poke my finger, test my blood, have a fasting reading, and it should be between 70 and 100, and mine would be 225, sometimes 189, and that was fasting. So first thing in the morning, I'd get up and I'd have to take my medication, and I would take a pill. This was metformin, which is glucophage.
Okay.
Then I would need to eat breakfast. So before I ate breakfast, I would need to take a fast-acting insulin. And so the only way to get this insulin in my body was to poke my stomach.
Ouch.
And so I had to do that before each meal every day.
Wow.
Then at night before I went to bed.
So are you telling me 3 times you had to take a shot before every single meal?
Before every single meal, yes.
Okay.
And then before I went to bed, I would have to take another pill of glucophage to try and keep it regulated, as well as take a long-lasting insulin. And so I'd have to give myself another shot before I went to bed.
Wow.
That insulin lasted 24 hours.
Okay.
The others were fast-acting that helped me assimilate, get the blood, the insulin into the blood and get into the cells and have it work properly.
Okay.
So now, and actually after the first month of being on the program, I absolutely take no more insulin, no more pills. All this is gone. I don't have to poke my finger anymore. It's gone. I'm good.
Sweet.
I'm good to go. And I will never, ever, ever get myself into a place where I have to do that ever again.
Okay, so this has brought some joy to your life, maybe?
Extreme joy to my life.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm just curious, how much money does this save you a month?
Oh my gosh. It saves me, I would say, well, just in medication, $150 a month.
Okay. So not only do you have joy in your life, you managed to get a tan as well.
Got a tan.
You're saving $150 a month, and you don't have to go see the doctor, once a month? Once every 2 weeks?
Right. I don't see them once. Well, once a month I take my my hemoglobin A1C once every 3 months. Because my average was around 7.9. And I just got my blood work done, results back, and my blood sugar is 5.4.
And that's well within spec.
It is within a normal person's spec.
Wow.
So, yeah, so I'm quite pleased, and yeah, I couldn't be happier. So I'm now 50 pounds lighter and still counting. So
Sweet. What's your goal?
I have about 25 more pounds to go.
All right. And what are you going to give yourself when you get there?
Actually, my sisters and I are going to go on a trip, and we're going to go someplace tropical in the winter.
Okay, and I imagine you're going to be giving yourself a new wardrobe at that
Well,
point.
absolutely. Right now, because I go from size to size lower, I've been doing the resale shops in the Goodwill.
Yeah.
When I reach my goal, it will be wherever I want.
Okay.
So
Speaking of size, where did you start out with approximately?
I was pushing a 20. I was in some 20s, mostly 18s, but some 20s.
Okay, where are you now?
I'm in an 8, a good solid 8 right now.
Okay, and where are you going to be when you get to where you want to go?
I figure I'll probably be right around 4.
Wow. From a 20 to a 4. I'm going to be celebrating with you.
All right. I look forward to it.
Thanks.
Uh-huh.
So what I want to ask you today is, you lived with your mother for quite a few years, and in the last couple of years, she's been struggling with her diabetic situation. What was that like for you, to watch her going through all that? I mean, the shots and the
obviously
pills.
painful. It was scary. I don't want to be that person, and I couldn't believe that she was that person and having to go through that, and it was awful. And we had a full cupboard of her medications, her shots, her pills, bringing home insulin. It was awful.
Right. And you didn't want to be that person.
No, I didn't want to be that person.
You couldn't even imagine in your mind that she was that person.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, and I, being heavier than my own mom, thinking, oh God, if she's diabetic, what does that mean for me, considering, I know it runs in your genes and all that stuff, so it was pretty scary.
Okay, so it was on your mind that maybe this is in my future kind of
Oh,
thing?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, one of my sisters is, was pre-diabetic, and I'm thinking, God, and she's the fit one of the family, So I was quite scared, and I've got small kids, and I don't want them to have to, see me go through that. And I've been really blessed because I'm not on any medications. I haven't ever had to be on any medications, but I also haven't ever been thin.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about that for a minute. I understand you were a large baby?
10'5".
10'5".
I was born looking like I was 3 months old.
Okay, wow. All right. And today we're celebrating in a way. Why?
Because I hit 202 pounds, and I haven't seen 202 my entire adult life. I was probably 14. So, and I am almost 27. I'll be 27 next month. So. It's been a long time since I've been this weight.
All right. Now, you've been on the program how long?
I guess about 14 weeks.
Okay, about 14 weeks. Okay, and you've been real good about sticking to the protocol.
I have. I've been very faithful.
Okay, and where you are right now, has it been worth it?
Oh, yes. It's definitely worth it.
Okay.
It's definitely worth it.
And looking back, was it difficult?
No. I haven't had any issues with it. I love camping, and so especially in the summertime I do that. And normally you go and you make great food and you drink and you have tons of fun, but this summer is going to be a different one for me, and that's perfectly fine because I have next summer to look forward to, and the summer after, and the summer after, and I can be in a bikini and look cute, and so this summer is perfectly easy for me.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So you haven't had any challenges. It's been very easy.
It's been very easy. There's always challenges, especially when I'm going out, and all my girlfriends are smaller than I am, and they can go and they can do and they can eat, and that's okay. I mean, that works for them. And so on days that I know I'm going out with them, I wait and have my lean and green until I'm with them, and then I get to enjoy it too. And so,
Beautiful.
so you just have to compromise. And
Fantastic. But it's worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you one question. For me, I was amazed. Without exercise, I got to where I wanted to go and looking really lean and loving it. Have you been doing a lot of exercise?
Nope, I haven't done any. Every once in a while at night I decide to do some crunchies, or I have a 4-year-old little boy who likes to pretend he can do push-ups and pull-ups and all that stuff. So, I'll try and do push-ups with him, because I still can do maybe 2, and that's about it. But no, I haven't had to exercise, which has been great, because that was my scary thing. I was very skeptical.
Yeah.
I was very skeptical because I have been heavy for so long, and I see all these people going through all these different programs and losing weight and gaining weight, and I didn't want that.
No.
I didn't want that yo-yo
That's
effect.
not healthy.
I had actually done Weight Watchers at one point and lost 70 pounds. Went through some awful things in my life and put about 30 back on. And I knew that I was doing it, but yeah, I was to the point where I'm thinking, my kids are young. I want to be able to run with them. My daughter's she'll be 8 in December, and she's in T-ball, and Mom, let's race. And I'm thinking, oh God, are you kidding me? You win, So I want to be healthy for my children, not only myself. That's a big thing for me.
Fantastic. Now, let me rewind for a second. When you started on the program 14 weeks ago, your weight was approximately?
250.
250. And we're 202 today? That's something exciting.
Yeah, very
that is
exciting.
something exciting. So, where's your final destination? Where's your goal weight?
I don't have a final goal weight.
Okay.
I'm taking it in pretty small steps because that's what works best for me.
That works.
Getting down to 220 was huge. Getting
Yes.
down to 20-something was huge. So getting under 200 pounds is my next goal. Then it will be, 280 or 185. Mine's pretty gradual. And I know when I first saw the BMI chart and I thought, oh my God, I'm supposed to be that weight, because I was completely off the chart.
Right.
I'm just almost on the chart, which is very exciting. And, to think of me being down that small, that's pretty crazy.
Yes.
And one of the things my mom's health coach had told her, when Kelly had told her, don't look at that number right now. And because people have said, oh, I can't do that. There's no way I'm getting down to that number. And then they get close and they're thinking, oh my God, this is easy.
I can
of
see
course
it.
I can do it. Yeah. So I'm trying to take small steps, and I know.
What size were you when we started, approximately?
I was in a 22 pushing a 24.
Okay, and where are you now?
I'm in a 16, but these shorts are 15.
Okay, and where would you like to be?
Well, single digits would be great.
Yes.
But if I get in a size 8, I will be ecstatic.
Okay.
So
And when you're ecstatic, what are you going to do for yourself?
I have no idea.
I want you to think about it.
I haven't planned my big trip, but I do plan on, 1, going shopping at all the stores that I've never been able to go shopping in.
Yes.
And 2, taking myself on a vacation and hopefully being able to be in a 2-piece.
The Bahamas?
Sure. The sky's the limit at this point.
Great.
So, yeah.
Well, thanks for spending a minute with us.
No problem. Thank you.
How many weeks you been on the program?
15.
15. Okay, wonderful. And approximately where did you start out weight-wise?
Weight-wise, I was 137, 139.
Okay. And where are you today?
200.5.
Okay, so you were 237?
Yes.
Okay, 237 and you're 205 now.
200.5.
200.5. Okay, all right, I got it. Wow, so you broke that 200. Or you're right there to break the 200.
Yes.
Okay. All right, wonderful. So has it been an easy trip for you? I mean, has it been difficult? Have you had challenges?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's all right. It's perfectly normal like to have challenges. So I asked the other gals where they started out size-wise.
Mm-hmm.
Can you give me an idea where you were?
At 24.
At 24. Okay. And where are you now?
I am, well, I've been wearing 18s that are a little bit loose.
Yeah, 18.
So
okay.
16s, I'm in some 16s, so
Okay.
that's pretty exciting for me because I haven't been in a 16 for years. Probably 15 to 18 years.
Okay. Well, you're to be commended for that. I mean, sticking to the protocol and following the program is not always easy, but you're getting the results. So I want to encourage you to stay with it. Where would you like to be size-wise?
I would like to be a 7.
Okay. And can you see yourself being a 7?
Yes, I've been a 7 before.
Excellent. Okay. Do you have a picture of you when you were a 7?
I do.
I want you to pull that out and look at it every morning.
Okay.
Okay, because that will clear your vision to make sure that that's where you're going and you know where your destination is.
Okay.
Okay.
Can do that.
Wonderful. With me, and we'll talk again soon.
Thank you.